Welcome to another lazy day in my doghouse. Hope you're all having a great day today. This is going to be about being yourself. So many times in our lives, we try to be somebody we are not. How about we get back to being who we are and being ourselves? Some people, they as a kid is one thing, but when you adult, some things should change. Like as a kid, you might want to be this great wrestler. You might want to be this great football player. I got to be like him. But you're an adult and reality should take over. Be yourself. Just if you want to be whoever you want to be that person. Don't spend your life trying to be like somebody else because all you're doing is going to create heartbreaks for yourself. When you are yourself, you move forward in life. When you try to be somebody you're not, you will always take steps back, not forward. Being yourself is what everybody should strive for in their life. You can't go out and be somebody you're not because one thing you're doing is you're creating a lie about yourself. Yeah, you really are creating a lie about yourself if you're out there trying to be somebody you're not. You can't go in a direction that way and prosper. And that don't mean you're going out and make millions of dollars. Don't get me wrong. Be yourself, do what you have to do. Don't be somebody you're not. How many people out there you see do that? Co-workers, to just people on the street, even friends. You see them mimicking other people because they want to be like them. They don't want to be themselves. It's an interesting aspect when you try to be somebody you're not. Matter of fact, when you try to be somebody you're not, you're you will be miserable inside because you do know know that you're lying to yourself. But when you go forward and show the world how much you love life and you're going to do what it takes to be yourself. And I grant you right now that people have been annoyed because I was being myself and didn't try to be like somebody else they liked. Because I just don't do that. Never have. I'm always going to be who I am. I'm going to act like who I am. Yeah, all of us need to improve. Every one of us. There is not an exception in this world that can't improve. But how can you improve if you're trying to be somebody you're not? That is an impossible task you've set out for yourself. Never let anybody convince you need to be like this person or you need to be like this person. How about you be yourself? When you're yourself, you will accomplish more on this earth than you could anywhere else. Why? You're not trying to be a phony. I'm sorry. I've offended even friends by saying if you can't be yourself, you're just being a phony. I got a friend and we're pretty close, but he always tries to be this great superstar, which he's not. Which when he does this stuff in the music industry, he's never done anything, but he wants to try to mimic other people instead of what he can do for himself. And it's sad when you think you can't be yourself. That's like me. I got dentures. I don't want to wear them. I don't wear them. I'm not going to get on here and halfway through it gag, but I do have them. So if people want to criticize me for that, go for it. But I'm being myself. I'm not going compromise to be like other people. When you start compromising to be like other people, you're not only hurting yourself, you're hurting the people around you on a constant basis. You cannot go out there and be somebody you're not. You know, you will never accomplish much by being somebody else. You're you. You need to be you. You need to do what you do best. What you do best isn't going out trying to be somebody you're not. If you could be somebody you're not, what are you missing in your life that you think you have to be somebody else? What is so important that you cannot be yourself? Like I said earlier, when you're not yourself, you're just lying to yourself. When you lie to yourself, you're not true to yourself, which everybody around you will recognize that. You may not recognize it, but other ones around you will recognize it. You don't have to go out and be this great superstar to be loved. People will love you for you being you. Don't think you have to go be somebody you're not to get people to like you, appreciate you, and want to hang out with you and all that stuff. The only way that is true is if you be yourself. If you're out there trying to be somebody you're not and doing this, you're a phony. That's right, a phony. You don't need to do that. Be yourself. There will always be people offended because you are trying to be yourself. People will hate that. People will make fun of you for that. People will laugh at you behind your back because of it. But and they're probably the ones that try to be somebody they are not. They need somebody to follow. They need somebody leader to tell them what to do. They need to become a minion because they don't know how to be themselves. They have to drift off of other channels in some cases to be somebody they're not to get money. Still makes you a phony when you do that. Doesn't make you a real person, it makes you a jerk. When you cannot be yourself, others will laugh behind your back. You think they laugh behind your back because you're yourself. When you're yours not being yourself, they will also laugh at you. They ain't gonna let you get away with it. People that are not themselves will never prosper in the end. When you got to take that initiative to go forward and be yourself, regardless of how many people get offended by you being who you are. That don't mean if you're a bad person, you don't change and become good. You can do that as yourself. Some people won't get that, but some will. When you decide you are so miserable you can't be yourself, there's something wrong with you as a person inside. Can it be corrected? Yeah, but that's up to you, nobody else. Being yourself means you will love more than if you're not yourself. Being yourself, you will show the world who you really are. Being a phony, you will also show the world who you are, but you will be labeled a phony. So why be somebody you're not? Why do you want to be somebody out there you're not? Why do you think people get laughed at, even in politics, when they see a person, they know that person is not who they say they are? They're being a phony. They're getting caught being a phony. So just remember, be yourself, be happy, enjoy life, and love all around you. When you love all around you, you are being yourself. When you go out and help somebody in need, you are being yourself. When you do that anyway, not for the fact of patting yourself on your back, be that person that's yourself that can do that. Matter of fact, the people that are actually being themselves will always accomplish more. Those people being themselves and not somebody else will always have a good heart. Being yourself means you love and cherish things around you. Being yourself is being conscientious of right and wrong, and you're not going to go down the path of wrong. Although we'll all slip into that, once again, none of us is perfect, but we correct ourselves because we are who we are and we need to be ourselves. Don't let anybody in this earth try to tell you that you cannot be yourself. Do not have your friends say you got to be more like this person or this person. No, you have to be yourself. Remember that. Be yourself. Enjoy life. Enjoy the prosperous world we live in. Never, ever be somebody you're not. Always be yourself. Thank you.